The other yay, an infinite being projected from their internal split that ease is not something they're here for, and that's not what they actually said. But when I stated that I create an existence full of ease, they were keen to say some of the challenges that we face and the trials and tribulations, because they were in that energy of allowing some external infinite being to judge them and judging themselves for what they've experienced and come through. They were like, with the trials and tribulations, for me, I've experienced so many magical things, and when I attach a conditional feeling like I was let down or whatever, I chose to experience this. They stated that some of the things we experience in this existence cannot be experienced in ease alone. And that's okay, that that's the reality that they want to create for themselves. And yet, for me, every challenge that I get to experience in this life, or should I just say every experience that I get to experience in this life, is easy. And I come through it with ease, and I experience the flowers and growth from it, because this is how I thrive. That is magical. I love that. That is the first time I've actually spoken those words innately as enchantment. One moment. Wholeness, joyous, loving, and balanced vibrations. I honor my growth. And may I continue to grow by simply breathing and existing. Sure, I experienced some things that were wild when I was a young infinite being, and I'm still a young infinite being right now. And since I want to experience more nourishing things, this isn't negating the experience, but it's also not eating it every day. Because if I wanted to eat it every day, I would still be in those experiences. I would be perpetuating that energy because I'm choosing to consume that dis-ease and speak of the stories and narratives and use it as a personality for a coaching platform. And innately, I'm so much more than what I have experienced. I'm all of my experiences. And when I stopped allowing one experience to dictate and stopped demonizing each one, that's when I allowed my innate magic, creativity, and abundance to flow. I know I am the bag. I know I am and have great wealth with my great self-healing organism and my calm, infinite centers of operation that help me thrive, the tendons and channels that help me look at this and look at you and move and grow and breathe without having to say, hey, self-healing organism, can you help me breathe? My lungs grow, contract, and expand. This is the calm, infinite center of operation I'm speaking of, with miniature infinite planets or centers of operation inside. Knowing that I create my own reality is magic. And I love where I'm at. And I love where I'm going. Innately imagining so much more past conditionings and narratives that I thought I needed to live in because it was taught to me, because it's normal, because it's cultural normal, because it's societal normal, because it's black girl magic, because it's how to be a witch, they say, because it's how to be a psychic, they say, because I have to look at an external guru, because I have to pay somebody, because I have to do this, because I have to do that. And truthfully, all I have to do is continue to take breaths, breathe, and tap in with my innate creativity. Confirmation, that is all that I have to do in this life. Well, I guess it's not all I have to do. For me, I know that I came here to fully birth a generational abundance maker lineage into reality. And I have taken the first of many steps. And how I've done that is I stopped dictating and allowing external infinite beings who want to chastise themselves because they were taught to. When we were babies and taking steps, your parents were happy. No matter what the experience was, when you started taking steps, they were happy. This is the type of nourishment that I give me in each moment. I am shown love with conditionings by infinite beings who choose to still love themselves in conditionings. And what I choose to show is me loving myself internally, void of those conditionings in love. And that's what you're seeing, me standing firmly in my darkness and light, feminine and masculine energies, because balance is key for me. Being able to shift my narratives and how I speak to me has been the most powerful, innate tool. I don't have to take a pill. I don't have to pay anybody. I paid infinite beings to put me in a peer group in a safe space where they projected their internalized perpetuations, internal, external. I've experienced infinite beings telling me that I forgot and I stated things that I've never stated a day in my life because that's not how I speak. And I needed to experience those things to figure out what unautonomy is so I can have autonomy. Seeing what one person's integrity is not another person's integrity. And yet the definition of integrity has more to do with innate truth and what perspective you're choosing to see. I had a job that I had to leave. They made me sign a non-agreement disclosure, and instead of putting, we're going to ask you to pretty much illegally sell alcohol to children at a party, pretty much illegally sell cannabis at a dispensary in a medical state without giving you the ability to know that your job is going to be taken care of, or an easy way to do it, or saying that we're going to take care of the fees and fines that you're choosing to break the law. So when the boss, one of the people who own the places, because nobody's my boss, I'm innately my boss, stated, "Do you have integrity?" And I said, well, integrity's to each person. But yes, I do have innate integrity. And it turns out that I had more innate integrity for my innate eternal essence than I did for the situation. Because to put somebody over me to create some currency, yes, I need $24,000, and I'm going to make way more than that. But I need $24,000. This will help me fully solidify my fully autonomous home that I get to build. And I'm willing to work for a year for it, but not in situations that ask me to put myself in danger. It's going to be over $50,000. I lose my medical license. I lose my license. I got fines. I got classes to take. So you can sell some cannabis? And when I say that this person had a whole bunch of money, but they're in that energy that they choose to be in. And it showed right there that they had the integrity that they're choosing to uphold, not the actual definition of integrity. So we put our perceptions and what we've experienced on top of something. They told me, first and foremost, when they asked, do I have integrity, that they were lacking. For me, to stay in situations where some infinite being says, Kyttèigh Jåe Radiance, Ashantèigh Rayd Yanxce, Jules Radiance, what do you bring to the table? Means you have absolutely no idea of what you're capable of or what I'm capable of. Because I build tables and I build homes. I build cars. I build balls. I build gowns. I build wardrobes. I build closets. I build titanium jewelry. And I build innate imaginations. I build my innate imagination into my reality. I build my own imagination into my reality. What I want and desire, I can create, and so I will. I will keep saying this because this is more nourishing to me than living the life that I've been told to live, where the infinite beings who told me to live it are living in dis-ease. They don't trust themselves. They're not regulated. And the only things they choose to speak on are their own consumption choices and death. And how they're hurting their being. When we have self-healing organisms, stop consuming the things that are not innate of your self-healing organism and watch things shift drastically. Stop saying the things that aren't nourishing to you, 5-year young you, 14-year young you, 94-year young you, and watch your world shift drastically. And I'm grateful that I've been able to do this. And I'm going to keep doing this.